Hey guys, welcome back to the Scentitar channel. I want to thank you for being here. You do know what's good. Thank you for being here. If you find you like this content, please like, comment, and hit that bell. That bell's really important. It helps you get notifications for every video that I upload. I'm uploading Tuesdays and Thursdays, so just always stay tuned for more. But guys, you see the title. Let's jump straight into it. I don't want to describe the season too much, but you know it's winter. We need fragrances that really last and project. But we want to smell sexy at the same time. We want to smell really inviting. You know, whether you're going to a cornfield, a horror movie, you know, a special family event, you want to smell especially good, and especially when you're with a special someone. So guys, let's get into the list. There's going to be some real good fragrances here. I'm picking fragrances that are the best, and not fragrances that I don't even own, but I certainly have smelled them, guys, so I'm not going to be able to show you every bottle. Let's get into it anyways. Guys, the first one is Bentley Intense. This is the one I have here to show you, and guys, you probably heard a lot about it here and there. It's been getting some serious hype from Jeremy Fragrance and some of the other people in the fragrance world. I think with good reason. Guys, Dior Homme is a wonderful fragrance. I think there are similarities between the two. They're not the same fragrance. I'm not saying that at all. But guys, this fragrance brings you the same feel, the same classy, semi-resinous, boozy, intoxicating fragrance. It ups the masculine level a whole lot from the Dior Homme, which is to some unisex, to some a little bit masculine, to some it's slightly feminine. This one certainly is on the masculine side, and for around $30, it performs, it lasts, it's classy, it's sophisticated. It's so low on the list because even though it's a beautiful fragrance, almost unbeatable for the money, it does lean a little bit more mature. So you younger guys who want more of a party vibe, a little bit more of a sexy vibe, this one might be a little bit too mature for you. Certainly is sexy, certainly is classy though. So I'd encourage you to get your nose on it and try it out. And it's a steal for the money, guys. It really is. So guys, we're going to jump to Ferragamo F Black. Now guys, I promise you that we're going to get to some more expensive fragrances, some really special fragrances. But guys, I wanted to bring in the number 9 spot another fragrance that's affordable. One that you could reach for every winter day, not feel bad about the price tag, something that performs, something that is sexy. Guys, Ferragamo F Black smells like La Nuit de l'Homme and Bleu de Chanel. It smells like a mix, but it's done so well. And even though it's not the most natural fragrance, you can tell if you smell it closely on the skin. It's a beautiful fragrance through and through. It projects like a beast. If you overspray this one, you're going to be choking people out even in the winter. I guarantee it. So guys, if you're in the day to day, when you're just around people, maybe when you're outside and not so much in a close situation, but you really want to be smelling good, this is one that I really encourage to go for. And for close to $20, it's really hard to beat. I promise you, if you haven't tried it yet and you like La Nuit de l'Homme, that if you like soft, spicy, sexy fragrances like CH Men Privé, and you wanted something that's really affordable, that you could really get great performance out of this winter for close to $20, I don't think you can beat it. So guys, I encourage you to get your nose on that one. Guys, the next one is number 8. The rest of them besides this one aren't too sentimental to me, but this one is probably my personal favorite. Man in Black is a beautiful fragrance. It's grown up spice bomb. It's super classy. It doesn't have the tinge of sweetness that Spice Bomb has, and it doesn't have the kind of bad boy vibe that Bulgari has. It's grown up, it's masculine, but it's still very classy. It's kind of like a spiciness that's not too loud and not too soft. It has masculine florals that really give it some charm and character in the dry down. So if you love Irish fragrances or fragrances that get kind of like soft, inviting, and they're kind of spicy, Bulgari Man in Black is just beautiful, guys. I highly recommend it. There's a couple flankers that are just beautiful as well. If you haven't got your nose on it, or if you smelled Spice Bomb and outgrew it, or if you ran out of Spice Bomb and said, I wanted something different, I think it's a real competitor to, Spice Bomb Extreme, which is kind of trying to go the more gourmand route. If you want the classy and seductive, if you wanted something for a businessman that you could pull off this winter, guys, you got to get your nose on it. I hope you feel my enthusiasm. I'm really trying to put it into this. I really do love these fragrances. and I love this topic because I want you guys smelling good out there. So let's get to the rest of them. Now we're at number 7. We're at Encre Noir Oud Oud Extreme. This is a fragrance that I was turned on to by Sebastian at Smelling Great Fragrance Reviews, and there's so many other people that have talked about it here and there. It's the vetiver for the winter. It's the way I like to put it. It's deep, dark. It still has a little bit of the inky vibe that you get in the original. Very woody, very intoxicating. Guys, you could go for Dolce & Gabbana the One Parfum. No shame in it. It's very mass appealing. And if you're outside of a city, it might be the perfect thing for you. Guys, but this one is darker, it's woodier, and it's boozier. It smells like niche quality for around $35. This is another affordable fragrance. We're about to jump into the deep end with some expensive ones. But guys, these are designer fragrances that can really get the job done. It's very good. If you love vetiver fragrances like Hermes and some of those other great brands that have done very good with vetiver, this one doesn't have the greenness, but still has that woody, kind of inviting, crisp vetiver feel. I just love it. I can't get enough of it. So guys, I encourage you to get your nose on it. It's still kind of a hidden gem in my opinion. So I encourage you to try that one. Guys, we're going to get to the Mukla Brothers here. Guys, these are beloved in the fragrance world. I had to give these a tie. I felt like I couldn't exclude either one. These ones are designer. They're not too pricey. We're getting there. These ones, Pure Malt and Pure Havane, are simply beautiful fragrances. Although they're different and they're loud enough and they project enough, they have a mass appealing universal quality to them, especially if you don't overspray. Now, what's the differences between them? Pure Malt smells kind of like Dolce & Gabbana the One, a woody, tobacco, sweet, honey kind of fragrance going on, gourmand, seductive, very good fragrance. But that kind of DNA is suppressed by a good amount of booziness. Beautiful booze. I would say it's more of a whiskey smell, but it's might be a mix between that and cognac. Maybe not appropriate for business, school, work, anything like that. But guys, it's a beautiful fragrance. It's sweet. And it's a lady killer. Guys, Pure Havane is on the other side of the spectrum. It smells like the wood has a little bit of an invigorating vibe to it, has a little bit more tobacco, and has an interesting pinch of cherry. Guys, you're not going to smell like a cherry cola, but you might as well be, because people are going to come after you. And that's a beautiful fragrance. It really gets the job done, I can assure you. Both of these fragrances at discounters can be found below $50, $45, maybe even $40 if you find the right deal. So guys, I'd encourage you to get your nose on it. It's beautiful fragrances. Can't encourage them enough to the average guy getting those fragrances. So you really can't beat those ones for the money. So guys, the next one I'm going to encourage you to get your nose on and put out there is Serge Luton's Cherokee. Guys, Cuba Knows and some other guys have really talked about this fragrance for good reason. Guys, it's a beautiful fragrance. It's a woody tobacco just like some of the others, but it has a intoxicating vibe to it. There's just something special about it. It's got kind of like a little bit of a lavender feel in a way. Not old school, not fougere at all. But guys, there's something special about it. I can't tell you what it is. It's just got a special vibe. There's fragrance reviewers and other people who have said that their ladies, their wives, have picked that one out of their whole collection, their entire collection. That's the one that was the best. It was the most seductive. And guys, sometimes they like to wear it themselves. So that one is unisex. But guys, don't be afraid of that. It's definitely can pull masculine on you. And if you have the confidence. It's a beautiful fragrance. If you like Dolce & Gabbana the one and you ran out and you wanted some French elegance, guys, go out there, save the money, spend the coin. I encourage you. That one is beautiful. It's a masterpiece. So guys, next we're going to jump to Marcin Margiela's Jazz Club. Guys, when I smelled this, I was kind of shocked. I didn't know what to think at first. It has the honey kind of vibe. It has the tobacco and the woods all playing together, but its composition dries down in such a lively, kind of playful way. The composition kind of it makes it much more interesting than you think it would be with just the notes alone. So the composition is done wonderfully with notes that are very good for the winter, very seductive, sexy, mass appealing. Guys, I promise you that if you try out a fragrance like this, that it's really going to do you well. That one is wonderful. Why it's so special is because it has a little bit of everything, just like Polo Supreme leather, but I think it does it even better. Guys, Jazz Club really has a life of its own. And when you're around your folks, when you can smell the heat off a campfire, that stuff really comes alive. I don't know what they put in it, but guys, that stuff's special. Next, we're gonna go to Chopard Noir. Guys, this one is by, I think it's Olfactory. I'll put it in the description here. But guys, this one is another one that's getting more expensive. But guys, it's in that same field: tobacco, sweetness, woods. But this one is much more calming. This one feels a little bit more not sophisticated necessarily, but calm, reserved. It's still a little bit classy, but this one is for the campfire, the snuggling, that kind of thing going on, guys. It's just wonderful. It's not too much and it's not too little. It's just the right amount of everything. And guys, some of these fragrances are kind of similar, but Chopard Noir is kind of has a little bit, I think, of a mature vibe, but it's still so classy. I would say reserved. To some people, you might want to go for some of the fragrances that are more lively. But this one, if you're the older gentleman, this is probably the best one for you. It has a little bit of a classic reserved DNA. A little bit more reserved. That's just the word that comes to mind. But it just done so well. It smells so full. Guys, we're going to jump to number 2 now. Guys, this was really close between number 2 and 1. It was really hard for me to decide. But I did it. It was hard. But number 2 is Nishane's Fan Your Flame. Guys, this is one of my personal favorites. It has the tobacco, it has the sweetness, it has the woods. What's special about it then? Scentitar, why do you keep talking about the same fragrances with the same notes? Guys, this one's different. It has a lot, and I mean a lot, of very sweet, very high quality, amazing quality coconut. You would say, what? Coconut in a winter fragrance? Yes, it almost smells kind of classy. Certainly is sexy. It just works with the tobacco and the woods. It's more playful. It's more unisex. Your partner might just want to steal it from you. So if you want to do something like Cuba knows, you might buy this one. Say, hey, darling, or whoever. You know, this is for both of us. But you know that you're going to be wearing more of it. So, guys, you just have to smell it to believe it. Beautiful, rich coconut. Rum. Beautiful, beautiful rum, which is a deep, sweet, slightly spicy alcohol. Then you have beautiful woods. It's just long-lasting. It projects well. It's a extrait concentration. It's stronger than Parfum. Guys, I encourage you to get your nose on it if you haven't tried it yet. So guys, we're at number 1. We finally got here. I want to thank you for being here. You know, you really, came through, and you really want to see what, the number 1 fragrance is. So, it's Maison Margiela's By the Fireplace. Guys, this one was getting hyped for a while. It's kind of died down. I want to bring it back. I want to light the fire again. Guys, you need to know about it. You need to know about By the Fireplace. By the Fireplace is a beautiful, it's a showstopper. It's a 10 out of 10 fragrance, guys. Guys, why do I say it? It's because the fragrance has a beautiful iris base, soft woods, a little bit of the smoke carrying through. It smells kind of intoxicating, kind of sexy, kind of like, straight to heaven in a way, but not as loud, more classy. But the opening, to me, is what really sells the fragrance. For the first 40 minutes or 30 minutes or so, you get a realistic campfire, a beautiful campfire. It can really put you into a fragrance memory. It can give you flashbacks of campfires, grilling hot dogs in the winter with your family. It can be a really special fragrance for you. I really think that it's one of the best winter fragrances, or even fall fragrances, that you could ever try. Smoke is a hard note to pull off. It's usually kind of off-putting to a lot of people. Sometimes it's just too much. They managed to make this fragrance unisex. That means that both genders can pull it off. It doesn't really lean one way or the other, particularly, in my opinion. Guys, the fragrance is just wonderful. The fragrance is something special. And you're really going to, be a showstopper. You're really going to leave an amazing impression, this winter season, this holiday season, if you're wearing By the Fireplace. I really encourage you to try it. It's something you have to smell to believe, and I'm not trying to hype it up. Of course, I haven't been sponsored. I probably never will be, and on any of these fragrances. I feel that you have to experience some of these fragrances, guys. Even though some of these fragrances are more expensive, you can get a decant, and you can go to Scentbird. If you can really get your money's worth, you don't have to buy the whole bottle. There's decant services, guys. I'd really encourage you to try them. And this has been the Scentitar channel. It's been great to have you here. Great to smell these fragrances. And I encourage you to for this winter season. Let me know of your experiences, what you think about these fragrances, and I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, bye.